Tonight, I shall speak of 6 teenagers whose tales ended abruptly on a roller coaster in a small Canadian town in the middle of nowhere. The former St. Cassian Chamber Choir, who on Monday, September 14th, would board the Cyclone roller coaster at 6:17 p.m. At 6:19, this same roller coaster's front axle would break, causing it to derail at the apex of the loop-de-loop, hurtling the children to their deaths. Tonight I speak of 6 teenagers, robbed of their individuality in a mass tragedy, lumped together as our 6 saints by the national media. And my part in this story, I read all of the children's fortunes. I felt their hopes, thoughts, dreams, knowing they would board the doomed roller coaster and could tell them nothing. I even suggested that they ride the Cyclone. Tonight, I conjure the St. Cassian Chamber Choir, who an hour before their deaths participated in a singing competition in the Uranium City band shell.
I wonder how many days we have left. Are you guys seniors?
Yes.
How many days do we have left?
We have 10 days left.
Hey guys, there's no FKL this week because I'm busy producing the senior video, which you guys haven't submitted your photos and videos for, so I need you to do that. Go on Schoology, Mr. Cartman posted it under SCTV, submit your photos and videos. Anyways, we have some other shows like Hollywood Nights, SCU Know, so stick around for those.
Alright, welcome to SCU Know. I'm your host, Verdani. Today we have a 1v1v1 with
Mr. Roach.
Keisha Taylor.
Mr. Justice.
Alright, let's get into it. Alright, first question. What is the value of x if x plus 7 equals 15?
8. Nice.
That's correct.
Nice. Good. I like that.
What is the value of 12 divided by 3 plus 4?
8.
That's 8.
I said that.
Okay. Alright, what is the square root of 16?
4.
Yep, correct. What is 9 squared?
81.
Hey, point ahead.
Bombastic side eye.
Y equals 3x plus 4. What is
It's
the
not
slope?
funny.
What is the slope? 3.
That's correct.
Alright,
No.
we have our first challenge question. What is the square root of 144?
12.
Which is bigger, Russia or Canada?
Russia.
Yeah.
Good.
What is the longest land border between countries in the world?
Canada, United States.
Yeah, that's correct.
Nice.
Get out of here.
Alright, which state is known for the largest amount of oranges produced per year?
California.
Yeah, that's correct.
Hey.
Alright, which country is shaped like a boot?
Italy.
Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah, it is.
Alright, which is bigger, Alaska or Texas?
Alaska.
It's Texas.
That's correct. That's Alaska. Alright, challenge question 2.
Come on.
How many officially Spanish-speaking countries are there?
21.
Yeah, there's 21. Now see here how many you can name. What year did World War II start and finish? No.
56.
39 of 45.
Yeah.
I heard of that.
Man, get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here, man!
Alright, why is Delaware the first state?
No.
It's the first of the 13 colonies to agree to the Constitution. So what does the F in John F. Kennedy stand for?
Sorry, drawing a blank, guys. What was it?
Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald.
What is the largest wall in the world?
The Great Wall.
Yeah, the Great Wall of China.
China.
Alright, who wrote the Declaration of Independence?
All right, give it to us, boys.
It was Thomas Jefferson.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, drum roll. Alright, after tallying up all the points, our winner is Ed right here. He won by 7 points, 5 points, and 4 points.
Alright, round of applause.
Nah, boo.
Yeah, that's good.
What's it called? I don't even know. Miss Lisa? Oh my god. I mean the principals. Dr. Carter. Okay. Miss Oliver or something. Yeah, her. And then who really know? I got a lot of them. Another man. Mr. Willie? Man, Casey, you gotta get up with the principal.
Alright, so after recounting the scores, turns out it was Mr. Roach 5, Keisha 6, and then you 7. And you overall still won. How do you feel?
I feel good. Once you said math, I knew I had it in the bag.
Well, this was SCTV with your host Shadani. We out.
Good morning, guys. It's Denise Mata here for Hollywood Nights. We've got games, we've got TV series, and we've got TV shows and movies. Speaking of which, let's get into this blockbuster movie that's coming out this year.
Another chapter in Denis Villeneuve's epic Dune trilogy, Dune Part 3. This film picks up 17 years after the events of the second movie, showing a world that has been deeply shaped by Paul Atreides. As the heir to unimaginable power, Paul is no longer just a leader. He's become a symbol, a force that's changing the course of humanity itself. But with that power comes a growing sense of destiny and danger. In this film, he begins to bring life in an ancient and mysterious plan, the creation of a super being ruler. Not one that exists in the heavens, but one that lives among men and controls the future of all. Throughout the story, we see the weight of Paul's choices, as well as the consequences of the path he set humanity on. The desert world of Arrakis remains as intense and unforgiving as ever, and the potential and spiritual conflicts only growing deeper. This film brings back the core cast from the first two movies, continuing their journeys and relationships, while introducing a new presence with Robert Pattinson, adding another layer of intrigue to the story. With stunning visuals, powerful performances, and a story that dives even further into the themes of power, destiny, and control, Dune Part 3 builds on everything that comes before it, delivering a continuation that feels both massive in scale and deeply personal.
And if you guys just want to stay at home, not go to the theaters and be a couch, you guys can stream this on your TV right at home.
Welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at the newest Superman movie, which was released in July of 2025. This version of Superman sees him being drawn into conflicts abroad and in the city of Metropolis. Along with the superdog Krypto and other superheroes, he must navigate some newfound truth and struggle to find his purpose and his legacy. This movie serves as the first installment in the newly established DCU. Director James Gunn claimed the DC timeline was messy, but with the new Superman movie, he plans to unify it. Gunn has previously worked on other films, such as Guardians of the Galaxy Volumes 1, 2, and 3, and the reboot of The Suicide Squad. Will he faithfully restore the DCU? Luckily, we've got some experts with us to tell us.
I haven't always liked everything James Gunn has done. You mentioned Guardians of the Galaxy. I think Guardians 2 is one of the worst Marvel films.
Agreed. 2 was a hot mess.
Yeah. I think they've got some interesting projects that I want to see. Now, whether or not they're going to end up being good or if I'm going to enjoy them, I can't say yet. I'm interested in the Lanterns TV series that's coming out.
Love the whole story of Jon Stewart, and I'm interested to see how they're going to bring that into the fold. Mr. Terrific was fantastic. He was terrific, right? He wasn't convincing, at least to the fighting element, and not enough to do with Hawkeye.
You mean the fighting scene that went viral that everyone loved?
I love the scene.
This iteration of Superman stars David Cornsweet, who you may recognize from House of Cards, Politician, or Twisters. David aimed to portray Superman in a brighter way that encapsulates the hopeful nature of the character. The film also stars Millie Alcock as Supergirl, who will play the same character in the upcoming Supergirl movie. Be on the lookout, because it has a set release date of 2026. Probably one of the most notable things about the movie is the controversy behind some of the real-world events that are portrayed. The film discusses themes of alienation and racism, with others commenting on Superman's extraterrestrialism. It also touches on the invasion of neighboring countries and intervention by other forces. Overall, it seems like people are content with this brighter and more positive outlook on the classic superhero, which I personally agree with. That's all for me. Don't forget to keep an eye out on the new Supergirl movie if you're interested, and join me next time for more movies.
And for those of you who are more interested in video games, here we have a little story time about Celeste.
Picture this. You just had the worst few years of your life. You just haven't had a good day in a long time. What do you do to change? Seek therapy? Take a vacation? Maybe even meditation? How about climbing a massive mountain? What do you mean no? Well, too bad, because in today's indie game, you'll be climbing one in Celeste, which is one of my favorite platformers. Celeste is a game starring a character named Madeline, a woman who quite frankly deals with way too much for no good reason. She decided that it'd be a great idea to get over her problems by climbing Mount Celeste, a mountain that's full of danger and known for being a mysterious and magical place. I think you can see where this is going. She'll meet friends, foes, and all sorts of wacky obstacles on her way to the top. Celeste is a game about overcoming obstacles and persisting through hardships, even when times seem awful because after all, life is hard, unfair, and full of disappointment. But more about the actual game. Celeste is a platformer game. All you need to do is get to the end of each room of each level. It's really that simple. Is what I would say if this game wasn't considered one of the most challenging, frustrating, excruciating games ever designed. At face value, Celeste seems simple. You have the basic mechanics of any platformer like a jump, dash, or climb, but also things like wall jumps and other unique mechanics that get introduced later on. But when I say this game tests you on these skills, I really mean it. This game turns each one of these skills into a full-on college course with the final test at the end. And I'm not even exaggerating. This game is brutal, but it's ultimately fair. There's no such thing as an unfair death in this game. If you fail, it's because you could have done something better. Maybe you missed a dash, grabbed onto a wall for too long, or didn't do computational fluid dynamics in your head. Whatever it was, you can improve on it. And improve you will, but only through failure. And for that reason, get ready to fail a lot. And the concept works well with the entire theme of the game, because just like you, Madeline not only physically climbs a mountain, but does so mentally as well. And that is with the help of others and even technically herself. And the game goes into this, tackling concepts like isolation, acceptance, grief, and other self-reflection as a whole. It all works for a game about overcoming persevering. It has its silly and wacky moments that are lighthearted, of course, but the game generally likes to keep a more serious demeanor. Until you start doing B-sides and C-sides. These levels have no plot relevance and only exist to ruin your day. They are essentially harder versions of the main levels, typically expanding on the mechanics introduced in these worlds, and just generally being more difficult and precise. B-sides are long, while C-sides are short, but both are balanced by difficulty. Then you get to Farewell. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about this right now. Just know that you'll be in agony for a very, very long time. Whatever, I think I've talked about this game enough. Let's move on to the final review. As much as I hype up Celeste for being extremely difficult, it's not possible. Any dedicated person can beat the entire game, and even a casual gamer could beat every single one of the normal levels. The game also comes with its own assist mode to help players get through the game easier. No strings attached either. Use it if you want. It's a single player game, and games are meant to be fun. No shame in getting a little bit of help. And honestly, Celeste makes itself clear as a platformer with an identity. Therefore, I give the game an 8 out of 10. It's got everything nailed down, really. Good gameplay, music, art, and lots of content. But I do need to deduct points to the fact that it's a very hard game to get into, and it can be hard to keep motivation for those who cannot handle the struggle, which is perfectly fine. That's enough for now. Thanks for watching.
Thank you guys for watching Hollywood Nights. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Denise signing off, and have a great weekend.
Bienvenido a SC Espanol. If you would like to follow along, click the subtitles in English. Thank you.
Hola y bienvenidos a un nuevo episodio de SC Español. Hoy estaremos caminando en las aulas, preguntando a estudiantes si son más inteligentes que los estudiantes del quinto grado. Muchas gracias por ver y espero que les guste este nuevo episodio.
Okay, hoy estamos con
Eric.
Cristóbal.
No, Richard Ortiz Roblero.
Gerson López.
Anayeli González.
Eric Mendoza.
¿Me podía decir cuánto es 7 por 8?
15.
15.
15. 7 por 8.
Oh, no, bueno.
Oye, what. ¿Qué piensas?
No sé.
¿No
Me
sabes?
gustan las matemáticas.
Okay.
Tampoco.
How did you get math from that? ¿Cuánto es 7 por 8?
56.
¿Qué piensas tú? 7 por 8. Es 56. ¿Cuánto es 100 dividido por 4?
20.
25.
25.
Yeah, 25.
No sé.
Podría ser 20, no sé.
¿Está cerca?
25.
25. ¿Quién es el primer presidente de los Estados Unidos?
George Washington.
Igual.
Ok.
Yeah, Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. ¿Cuál fue el primer presidente de los
Oh,
Estados
el primer. I don't know.
¿Lo sabes?
No. ¿El primer?
Sí.
El primero.
Oh, es Washington.
Ok.
Yeah.
Le diste la respuesta. Yo lo escuché. ¿Cuál es el símbolo químico de agua?
H2O.
Ok.
H2O.
En español,
sí,
dijo en inglés. ¿Cuántos lados tiene un hexágono?
Cuatro.
4.
También, 4.
Ok. ¿Cuántos continentes hay?
7.
Continentes. 17.
Ok.
Continente.
No sé.
Ok. ¿El Sol es un planeta o una estrella?
Es un planeta.
Podría decirte que una estrella, pero creo que es un planeta.
Es una estrella. ¿Cuántos planetas hay en el sistema solar? Si no sabes, se lo puedes decir.
No
Ok.
sé.
¿Cuánto piensa usted?
No sé.
Ok, eso serían 8.
Oh.
8.
¿Qué órgano del cuerpo bombea la sangre?
¿La vena?
La vena.
Es el corazón.
Oh.
Y con eso cerramos hoy en SCTV Español. Gracias por acompañarnos. Nos vemos pronto en el próximo episodio.